Hi guys, welcome back to another video. So today we're looking at Velodrome, or the token is called Velo. So its full name is Velodrome Finance. So basically the last time I covered it was around March 2nd. So we are around here. So I did say that it will probably make a correction and we could actually enter at this here, and the entry was pretty good. As you can see, it did come here and after that it went right back up, and the increase was pretty good. As you can see, after that it right came back here and it is still going down. So I think it is a pretty good time to cover this coin. And where is this headed? First of all, a little bit intro about Velodrome, and after that we can actually cover what is going on with them. So first of all, Velodrome is basically a DEX on the the Velodrome is a DEX on the Optimism, and it's another project which is called Aerodrome is actually forked of a Velodrome, but that one is on the base. So what you have to understand that there is a lot of difference between base and Optimism. The difference being that the base is developed by the Coinbase. So because of that, I think the base has much more users on board rather than Optimism, and which can be seen from their token list. As you can see here, Velodrome has around 122 tokens, whereas if you look at the Aerodrome, it has a lot of tokens. So that can be seen from that as well. So first of all, this is a DEX on Optimism, as you can see here. So it actually combines the best of a Curve, Convex and a Uniswap. So it is actually a liquidity hub on the Optimism. So it has stable and volatile trading fees, 100% protocol fees, and goes to the water. Liquid locked position in the form of NFTs, permissionless pools, gauges and incentives, sales optimizing liquid flywheel, anti-dilution rebase for water. So basically it has a lot of going on. So it is like it is a bit advanced DEX than others, so we have to keep that in mind. So in terms of stats, it has around 126 TVL, over 3 billion annualized trading and 20 million annualized trading fees, and I believe this is 80k water active users, so which is pretty good. So this is the data basically where you can actually get the data and see what is going on. And these are, I believe, their investors, or yes, these are the investors, which include Optimism Foundation, Lyra Finance, Synthetic, Frex Finance, Lido Finance, Inverse Finance, Abracadabra Money, Liquidity, and Thales, My Finance, Rocket Pool, MakerDAO, and Angels. So I think these are the investors or even their partners, which could be the reason. So if we look at the tokenomics, or the token of the Velo actually does not have a max supply. As of now, it supplies around 1.56 billion, and it does not have a max supply. You have to keep that in mind. So because of that, it actually is that is a big problem, and I think because of that the demand is not that much and the market cap is not that much. So the reason being that Velo actually is a utility token which can be staked, and once staked, users get VE Velo. So there's the time dependency. So if a user locks for it for 4 years, they get 100 VE Velo, but if they lock it for 1 year, they get around 25 VE Velo. So why one would lock their tokens for over 4 years and get VE Velo? The reason being is that they actually get pretty good rewards from the trading fees. So VE Velo holders actually get a lot of rewards from the trading fee. If we do look here, just a second, I think they do have a visual of how it actually works. Just a second. So as you can see, LP providers get VE Velo emissions, while VE Velo lockers get the trading pool fees as an incentive to vote on the most productive protocol. So actually VE Velo users can vote on the VE Velodrome, and also they can actually get fees from these. So if a user let's just say a user A is providing a liquidity here, okay, so they are providing a liquidity, so they will get a reward in a Velo token, and the fees, which whatever the fees occur, they will actually, those fees will go to VELO holder. So what users are mostly doing, that they are actually providing liquidity, and they are also staking their tokens. So if we look at the stakers as of now, we have around 974 million Velo tokens are in the staking, which means these are the users, these are the tokens which are locked, so they are not in the circulation. So you have to keep that in mind. So the actual circulation is very much lower because of this one. So that is something you have to keep in mind. So in terms of supply, we do have a supply curve, and as you can see here, it depends on the week. So as of now, we are into a week, I believe. We should be into 157, oh sorry, 110 or 120, and around the week 150 the supply will be around 1.7 billion. So you have to keep that in mind. It will keep going, so I don't think it has a cap as of now. So that is something you have to keep in mind when it comes to the Velo. So in terms of their activity, and they are actually pretty active on the GitHub, as you can see. 17 hours ago, yesterday, and last week, even 2 weeks ago. So they are pretty active there. So in terms of security, they did have a breach a while back, but still I believe they have actually improved the security with the new contracts, and with new edits, with Immunify and others. So that actually improved the Velodrome. Velodrome security by a lot. So another thing is that let's just look at the news and see what is going on. So they actually saw a big they actually achieved a new milestone in terms of volume. So over 8 billion, and they also had 38 million fees, which was pretty big. So we also have additional incentives from uh, OP. So basically, this is for the this I believe is for their Velodrome, and after that we don't have. So they had a new launch, but beside that they don't have anything going on when it comes to their Twitter or their recent updates. So in terms of June, I believe we have some analytics on them. So as you can see, this is, I believe, this is the volume. As you can see, the volume is pretty, it has flattened, which is pretty good. That means that it is much more from here. So we are seeing a lot of volume as of now. And and we have a soft fees, very so much soft fees, that is pretty good, because VELO holders are getting the most of it. So that means that we may see more tokens in the market. So yeah, nothing more. This is a locked Velo percentage, as you can see. Over, I believe, from this one, it seems like yes, it is the same number. Around 974 million are locked, and around 590 are unlocked, which is something you have to keep in mind. So the lock growth has gone down, which may not be a good, as you can see here. It was a lot here, but as of now it has gone down. Locked VELO orders are around, I believe, 30,000, and they have not been increasing, so that may not be good. If we saw growth here, I think we could have seen a lot of more potential, but nothing. So in terms of lock duration, it is over around 3.62 years, which is pretty high, and that is pretty good, because those tokens may not come out for like 3.6 years, which is pretty good. So another thing we have, we don't have that much in terms of TVL. It's depend on the optimism, and optimism is going down recently, as you can see, which may not be a good for the Velodrome, because the success of Velodrome actually depends on the demand of the optimism blockchain, and as can be seen here, the Velodrome is actually struggling here in the TVL department. So if we look at the if we do look at the base, or if we look at the base, as you can see, the base has gone parabolic and it is going up, and I think it may actually even beat the optimism. And if we look the aerodrome is actually doing pretty good and it's going up, whereas velodrome is not doing that much good. So you have to keep that in mind. So so in terms of price, if we look here and see what is going on, I think what we need here, we need to break out this downtrend to go up if we want to. So I think if aerodrome does go up, I think the velodrome will eventually follow, but it is still not written on the stone, so you have to be still careful. So if you are still interested after watching this video in velodrome, I think the best entry you can actually get is around 0.81 or 0.78, which is pretty good entry. It is a bit riskier, but I think it is a pretty good entry. As the demand for Aero is increasing, I think the Velo will increase as well. So if not, you can actually enter around 69 to 65 as well, which is, I believe, pretty good. So the first entry is around 8.1 cent or 7.8 cent. After that, we actually can enter around 6.9 cent or even 6.5 cent as well. So I think that as for the price prediction, I think it is hard to say, because as we discussed, that the demand for it actually is not that much, and as you can see, the supply is increasing, so it is hard to say where it is headed. But I think if we do see a demand for Aero, and I think that may actually end up pumping the Velo in the end as well. So I think it could actually break this resistance as well if we do see a demand for it. And as the users are actually as the users are actually using the aerodrome, I think velodrome will actually get some users eventually. So I think we can actually expect it to break this high and may even head towards 17 cent or even higher than to 20 cent in the future, if the bull market remains if the bull market remains at that time. So we do have a resistance around 17 cent. After that, we have at 14, and we also have at 20, and we also have 25. So there are a lot of resistance, and it does have a lot of things to go, but still it does have a lower market cap. As you can see, it only had around 50 million, and not long ago Aero also had that same market cap, and it actually went parabolic in just 4 or 5 days. So I think it is also possibility for Velo to go like aerodrome in the future if we see a demand for it. So you have to keep that in mind. It still does have a potential, because the Aero did pretty good, and I think Velo actually could do pretty good if we see a demand for it. So this was it. I hope you like the video. I will be back with more. Thanks for watching.